How's it going, everybody? It's Matt again. And today we're going to take a look at another weapon pack. This is going to be Weapon Pack K. I'm going to just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Yes, I have been gone for quite a while, a couple of months. There's been some pretty crazy life events that have kept me from working on stuff and making videos, and I was feeling decent enough today, so we're going to start recording some more stuff again. We're going to be streaming probably a little bit, so just keep an eye on my social medias for that. And I would just want to take a quick moment, just beginning of the video, to just thank everybody that helped me out during this whole ordeal. If you follow me on social media or follow me on Patreon, you have a little bit more insight into what may have happened to keep me from doing this stuff for a little while. But I'm not going to let that take too much away from the video. I just wanted to say, thank you to everybody that donated to the GoFundMe and helped me work through all this, and so I can keep doing this kind of stuff. This room is going to be kind of echoey. This is a very temporary space that I'm using to record some videos real quick. So yeah, without further ado, we have a orbiter kit here, so you know what that means. We have another weapon pack. So let's get started. Alright, so first up with the arm weapons is going to be the Balaam Industries LR-036 Curtis linear rifle. So here it is. And basically this is just three little parts that go together. The lower magazine section here does have a difference on the side to where the shell or the casing will eject from. So I made it so you can just swap out that part and make either side. Pretty simple stuff. Bandai had already made their version of the Curtis rifle. I don't have it on hand because with moving into everything, a lot of stuff got tossed into storage. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. But here it is. And then we're going to go ahead and show that it does fit into the hand just fine. And of course, you can put it on any of your Armored Core 30-minute mission kits. You can hold it just fine, and of course with that little slot there, you can put them on any of the hangers. You just have to spread out these little bits here, and you can mount them on the hangers. So there you go. There's the Curtis linear rifle. Alright, and next up, another arm weapon is going to be the Balaam Industries SG-027 Zimmerman Shotgun. This was a pretty highly requested one, especially because Bandai's weapon pack just kind of left you with a bunch of junk so that you could only make one side. So I designed mine a little bit differently, so then literally just this top section here you just remove and then put it back on, or put it on the other side, and then you can make both side variants here. So, because that's the difference here is where the shell ejects from on either side, so you can see the differences there. So yeah, so here's the left and right versions. Of course, everybody either loves or hates the Zimmermans, so I know that y'all were asking for this one a lot, so I figured I'd include this one with this weapon pack. But of course, it can be held in the hands, just like all of the other weapons. No problem. I don't even know why I show this on camera anymore, because it's like, you already know I designed it for it. But yeah, there you go. There's the Zimmerman in the hand. And then, of course, there is just that little slot there, so you can put them on any of the hangers. Like so. So there you go. There is the Zimmerman Shotgun. We're going to start off with, there are two melee weapons. The first one is going to be the Arquebus Advanced Development Division. This is the VE-67 LLA Laser Lance. So I had a nice person over on, I believe, Instagram that wanted to commission this. I can't remember whether or not he wanted to be called out in the video, but he did commission that I include this one in the video. Which, by the way, if you want any of the weapon parts sooner, or you want them to get right at the beginning of the list of weapons I do, because I really just do select these things at random. If you really want something early, you can always commission it, and I'll get it included in the next weapon pack. But anyways, this is the deactivated version, just with everything kind of collapsed all together there. You can attach it here onto any of the weapon mounting ports on the arms. And then there are a variety of little holes here on the side. So then you can collapse the little mount parts, and you can put it on the back. But of course, I didn't just make that. I also made the deployed version. So this is what it looks like in just like the regular attack, with this part extended and these parts flared out, these flared out, and all this flared out here. A lot of these parts, to make all these different versions, they are just like swap outs and insert new stuff. So this is kind of like the most complex part of this entire weapon pack. But with it in this version, there is a effect part, which is just like a little blade, and it can just fit right into that hole. And of course, it's going to be a really long weapon, and you can put it on, and of course he's going to fall over. You can put it on the arm mount like so. So you can have the big lance weapon. So that's just the regular attack version of that. I'll put that back there. Don't fall over. But of course, I also made the giant, ridiculous, crazy, fully expanded laser lance with a whole bunch of additional parts just to kind of extend everything, and then this nice, awesome booster ring. I made that so it can extend. And I also made this absolutely enormous effect part that is like bigger and taller than the AC itself, but it just slots right into the end of the lance, like so, and then you're left with this just giant, giant weapon. And you can, same thing, put it onto the arm mounts, and you may need a stand to get it to actually like stand up, but there you go. There's the giant lance weapon. Obviously, Bandai had, before I actually even recorded this video, I actually released this weapon pack digitally a long time ago. But Bandai had announced they made a snail for like their 30-minute mission line. I don't know if they include all of this. I'd be crazy to see how they pull it off, because this is like huge. So, but anyways, there is the laser lance with all the different forms and stuff that you can do. So there's the regular collapsed version, the normal attack, and then the big charged version. So laser lance. All right, and the fourth arm weapon for the pack, and the last arm weapon for the pack, is going to be the VP, or the Arcos Corporation VP67LD, the laser dagger. Just a tiny little, oh, come on, camera focus. Tiny little laser dagger. Bandai had already made this one a while back, and I believe their first weapon pack, but you know, for consistency, I also made it. But here's just the regular collapsed version, and it will easily just fit right onto any of the mounting points for the arm weapons on the 30-minute mission kits. But then also there's a variety of little holes here that will receive the hanger parts, so you can just put it right on like so. But that is not all that I made, along with the, come on camera, holy cow, it's not cooperating with me at all. Along with the uncharged version. Sorry for the cut there, I had something going on. So along with the uncharged version, I also made the activated version with the little part here kind of folded out for the emitter. And it does just kind of, it has a little joint right here so that you can rotate the emitter however you want to for all the different attacks that it did. And then there is an effect part. I didn't have any clear resin, so I just printed it in just regular resin. But this part will just slide right over this part like so that you can, it might not stay on there. All right, it's because I have it the wrong way. There we go. But you can slide, yeah, the effect part might, it's not going to stay on there just right. These have been in storage for a little bit, so they've flexed a little bit. But there you go. There is the effect part for that. Probably look a lot better if I printed it in clear resin, but you get the idea. But you can, of course, mount it on any of the arm mounting points, like so, and then have the activated dagger. But I also made the charged version, which Bandai did not include in theirs. So here's the charged version with basically just these little kind of like wing parts flared out, which is a little bit different from the regular attack version. And same thing, this part here can rotate still, and you can attach it to the arm, no problem. But there is a big, elaborate effect part that I made for this one, because in the game, when you charge it up, it is a lot larger of a beam, so I made a lot larger of an effect part. And of course, it will slot right over the emitter, just like the other one. And there it is. Of course, it would look a lot better if I printed it in clear resin or maybe some clear blue filament, but this is just what I had on hand at the time. So, but yeah, so obviously you can put that on the arm, no problem. So yeah, so there's all of the other versions of the laser dagger, the charged, uncharged, unused. There you go, laser dagger. All right, and now for the two back weapons for this pack. The first one is going to be the Arquebus Corporation VP60 LCS Laser Cannon. So here it is, if my camera will focus. Big, long laser cannon. Very complex design. It's not the most complex thing in the world, but it was a little complex to model. But this is the uncharged, unused version. And of course, it does have a little joint here with the pin, so you can rotate this around however you'd like. And then that little port there will, of course, easily slot onto your AC. So there is the uncharged version. And of course, I also made the charged version. And here that is, basically with just the front section here all opened up. This top section has expanded upward, this lower section has dropped down, and this little vent section has come out on this arm. Now, to make either version, the front and the back and the sides and everything is going to be all different, but there's going to be different little brackets here for this little thing here, so you can swap them out to either side. So it's, you can make either side version, but you can mount it in the same way as the other one, and of course that part rotates around, so you can pivot however you want, so that you can get it over your AC's shoulder in the firing position. So, yep, there you go. There is the LCS Laser Cannon. Okay, and the final back weapon and final weapon in general for this weapon pack release is going to be the Rubicon Research Institute IBC03W3 NGI 006 Coral Missile Launcher. I know that is a long name, but this is the Coral Missile Launcher that Air's Echo uses and Walter's HAL 826 uses. So here is the collapsed version of that. But there it is. There are a couple of joints here. There's a joint right there so that you can pivot that part, and then there's a separate joint here so you can get this moved around however you want to on your AC. And you can, of course, mount it using that part right there, so you can put it on your AC however you like. But of course, I also made the activated and opened up version, and here that is, basically with everything just expanded outwards, and this top part opened, and it has the kind of cruise missile here, and I actually made it so you can remove it with this pin, and then you can see the kind of collapsed missile in there, and then this is kind of like the open one. But there is a little spot, there's a little slot there that you can plug it in there, and then there's a slot on the back if you wanted to attach it to a wire. You can attach it to a wire so it's kind of like extending out so it looks like it's flying away. So I made it with that intent, so you can display it however you want to. Let me get it back on here. And basically, to make either side version, the arm part and the little door sections here are the only different parts, so you would swap those out. And then there are different parts here for like the either side, so you can change it around however you want to make it either side. But you can, of course, the same joints here is on the inactive version, and you can put it on your AC like so and position it however you want to show the coral missile flying or being shot. So, yep, there you go. There's the NGI 006. All right, and that's going to do it for Weapon Pack K. There's a jumbled up mess of parts up here, but in summary, we have the Zimmerman Shotguns, we have the LCS Laser Cannons, the Laser Lance, we have the NGI 006, the Coral Missile Launcher, the Curtis Linear Rifle, and the Laser Dagger. Obviously, I'm pretty behind on recording these videos just because of life events, so I actually released the files for these parts like quite a while ago. I think, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. So they're already like all over. They're on my CG Trader actually, which I just got. I just set up my CG Trader, so there's a whole bunch of my files that are over there. Obviously, they're on Colts 3D. They are also on my Patreon, and they are on my website. So you can find them over there. I believe they are also still available for like the Patreon rewards for the previous month. So I haven't taken those down yet. So, but of course I need to address the physical sales. So you may have seen that I kind of took down my Etsy shop and I took down my eBay shop and all that, and I reduced the stock on my website. So with my current living conditions, I do not really have the room to set up my whole system where I had multiple machines and I was able to really pump out a whole bunch of stuff for customers and ship those out. I'm not able to do that currently. I just have a couple of machines that I can run off of. So I made the decision to kind of like semi-indefinitely shut down my Etsy and my eBay, and I am going to be resuming sale on my website only for a little bit. So it's going to be very limited what I'm going to be having available over there, but you can still get physical prints from all of my stuff. But I am going to warn you, the wait times will probably be quite a bit longer. So don't be surprised that if you go over there and you purchase like this weapon set and it takes upwards of 3 or 4 weeks for me to just ship it out, just because I have a lot going on in my life right now. But I don't want that to mean that you guys can't get access to any of this. I'm working on, I might have some people that might be willing to do like some proxy prints. So I might be able to have it kind of outsourced for y'all if you want to get some of these parts, but just contact me and work with me on some of this stuff, and I'll see what I can do if you would like a physical print. But of course, at the end of the video here, I really want to just mention how thankful I am of the people that have supported me through this with, helping with my GoFundMe and just being very patient with me releasing some of this stuff. Thank you very much for all that, helped me along the way. And I'm actually really surprised that more people haven't unsubscribed or canceled their Patreon memberships. I really appreciate y'all sticking it through. So we're going to be resuming at a much slower pace the stuff that I'm going to be making. I'm going to start making videos again, and there will be some streams, probably actually a little bit better streams. I have a nice backdrop, and I can finally show my face maybe a little bit in my streams, and we'll be playing some games. So yeah, so building some models, playing some games. So keep an eye out for that and social posts. And of course, follow me on Patreon. Check out my Patreon, it is in the link below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on it. My channel actually recently got monetized, so that's really cool. So, of course, please subscribe. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Thank you.